Alright, I wanted to show you guys this Roy Smeck banjo from Harmony. It's from the 50s. It isn't mine, I'm borrowing it from a friend, and I didn't know he had it. But what happened was, his grandpa grew up on a dairy farm and worked on a dairy farm. Well, I don't know if he grew up there, but I'm assuming he did. Anyway, Grandpa was on a dairy farm, and he remembers as a boy, they would get together every Friday night and have a gig. They would jam, and they had a banjo, they had a harmonica, guitar, and a fiddle. He was the only one that remembered this when they divvied up the property, so they said, you can have the banjo. And it happened to be a Roy Smeck banjo. Who was Roy Smeck? He was this guy that was also known as the Wizard of the Strings, because he could play the ukulele and the banjo and I guess guitar and fiddle, I don't know. But it's made out of Bakelite plastic, this piece here. So it's actually very light. That's the first thing you'll notice when you pick it up. It's really light. It has 31 of these things, and that's one of the sales pitches, I guess. This is a calfskin hide. When you look inside, you can see that it's plastic. You see the ridges of the mold and so forth. This is where you attach the resonator. Let's see, here's the resonator. It's a big old chunk of plastic. And it just sits on here. Somewhere there's, okay, take this little bolt thing, anyway, line it up properly and screw it on. That actually makes it really loud, so I prefer to keep the resonator off, and then I actually shove in my Xbox hat that glows in the dark, by the way. If you don't know, I love to play Fortnite, and this Microsoft thing going on right now is really upsetting me because I was playing Fortnite and I was kicking butt and it kicked me off every time I tried to play it. Now this part here, this is wood, and I believe it used to have a sticker right here that might have had a serial number, but there's nothing anymore. When I first got it, the tuners were completely frozen and locked up, so the first thing I did was loosen those up, got some new strings, and lubricated everything really good, cleaned it up. The bridge, all the strings in town come with loop ends, and this didn't have a way to attach loop end strings, so I ended up just buying individual guitar strings. So I got 9s, 13, I forget the other gauges, but anyway, it all sounds pretty good. My Xbox hat fell out. So, inside the banjo case, there's also some other cool stuff. Show and tell time. We had some a box of Gibson strings. There's only a couple in there. Whoops. That's kind of cool just because it's old. Came with a wrench for the little thingamabobbers, whatever those are. A set of finger picks. The harmonica, which is broken. It's a Hohner harmonica from Germany in the key of G. So that would be fun to play. Let's see. The little screws were missing, so I couldn't attach it together. Maybe I can get it repaired. I don't know whose germs are on that thing. I mean, that was around in the 50s probably, somebody playing it. And the coolest part is these books that came in the case. Mel Bay has a bunch of folk songs. It goes through and teaches how to play different chords. Talks about you should tune your banjo in the C tuning, G, C, G, B, D. I guess that's C tuning. It's not double C. And it goes through different chords and then different songs. Skip to My Lou, Buffalo Gals, The Blue-tailed Fly, On Top of Old Smoky, which is a song I love, by the way. I sing it all the time, and one of these days I'm going to do a cover of that one for sure. The Old Gray Mare, She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain. Then there's this one, the 5-string banjo book. Alfred Music Company, New York. Again, it teaches you to tune to C tuning, but then it also talks about other tunings in here. Polly Wolly Doodle, Little Brown Jug, Skip to My Lou, Golden Slippers, Cockles and Mussels. What the heck? In Dublin's fair city, where girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. I don't know the melody, actually. I could probably figure it out here. Extra lyrics. She was a fishmonger, but sure 'twas no wonder, for she were her father and mother before, and they wheeled their wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels. Coming through the rye. So there's some good songs in here for me to learn. Shortening Bread, I should look at that one over time. I don't know how long I get to borrow this banjo. We'll see what happens. And then this one's a pretty cool book. John Burke's Book of Old Time Fiddle Tunes for Banjo. And this one even has a record in it with some of the songs. But I don't dare rip the record out since it isn't mine. You know what I mean? Arkansas Traveler, Mississippi Sawyer. Oh, it's a bunch of them. Turkey in the Straw. This is all in tablature. So if you don't know the melody, it's kind of hard to figure out. Old Jimmy Sutton, Bill Cheatham, The Three Butchers, Cluck Old Hen, Polly Put the Kettle On, Fork Deer, bunch of good, really good songs. The Cuckoo, Leather Breeches. Going to be learning some of these for sure. Jaybird, what's that one about? Art Rosenbaum played this tune at the Indian Neck Folk Festival in 1966. He played it on the fiddle and sang a couple of little jig verses on the order of Jaybird, Jaybird, sitting on a log, play your fiddle and dance a clog. It's in double C tuning. Art Rosenbaum. That's an interesting one to look at someday. So yeah, lots of things for me to look at and learn here. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this little video about the Roy Smeck. Hopefully I didn't leave anything out. Got my hat. Let's play another song. What should we play? Wish I was a June apple hanging in a tree. Every time a pretty girl passed, she'd take a bite of me. Ouch. Alright, thanks for watching.